Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay very close attention to what Raila Odinga is trying to say in this particular clip.
The naysayers give us space, give us room, and judge us in 2027.
That's Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga was speaking during the burial of the late Phoebe Asio.
And we've said this is going to remain in place up to 2027. After that, we will see where we go to. If you are saying one term, so what? The Kenyans who will decide the term, and we will see where we want to go. I am confident when that time comes, we will face Kenyans squarely and tell Kenyans, this is why we did ABCD, this is where we want to go. Utasema yako, tutasema yetu. Tuone Wakenya watamini nani.
And William Ruto even reacted to that speech by Raila Odinga.
Baba and I have agreed that we will also make sure that the agreements we have signed under the 10-point agenda and all the other commitments that we have made on devolution, on implementing NADCO, on implementing all the other programs will be undertaken by making sure that our parliamentary groups are aligned so that they can assist us process the necessary documentation, pass the necessary legislation, and provide the necessary funds for us to be able to implement the commitments we have made. And therefore, I want to say on this occasion that we are not doing trial and error.
I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but because of what happened, I could not do it. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about that particular speech by Raila Odinga. Because Raila Odinga was like, one term, so what?
So hivi mimi sina wasiwasi. Piga kelele. Piga kelele namna hiyo. Weka tu. Hiyo ni kama hiyo ngurumo ya chura. Ngurumo ya chura haizui ng'ombe kunywa maji. Ng'ombe itakunywa maji. We will be able to move beyond 2027. I'm confident we will move beyond 2027. Nobody should try to threaten us. We are Kenyans like you are Kenyans. Don't go and say that Kenyans is sectionalized. Sisi ni watu wa bahari. Sisi ni watu wa ziwa, kanda ya ziwa Victoria. Sisi ni watu wa bonde la ufa. Sisi ni watu wa milima. Sisi zote ni wa Kenya. We are all Kenyans. All and every Kenyan matters. It's not a question of blood relationship. Oh, you're our cousins. You're our cousins. You're our cousins. So those are your cousins. Those who are not your cousins, what are they? Are they not Kenyans?
And Raila Odinga, in my view, at some extent, even attacked Rigathi Gachagua.
And from a government, where do you have a military regime in Egypt today, after the Arab Spring? Even Tunisia. People do not understand. That is why they make it very simple. And it's very easy for them to write articles in newspapers. I read them and I just laugh. They tried to trivialize what was a very serious situation. What we have today is basically something that we were forced into because of the circumstances that were existing at that time. I want to invite somebody to tell me their own solution, how this would have been solved. We sacrificed so that there could be peace in this country. And that's the reason why we are here today. I do not regret what we did. We did it in the best interest of our country. And Kenya must move forward.
Before you do all those, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to break down my thoughts on that statement by Raila Odinga. Number one, from that statement, it is very clear that Raila Odinga is definitely going to support William Ruto's re-election bid in 2027. And the question is, do you think a combined force of Raila and Ruto will manage to outweigh the one-term movement? Because one-term movement is actually very strong in the Republic of Kenya today. And you saw what William Ruto did today with the Nairobi youths, which means William Ruto is already campaigning for his re-election. The question is, do you think Raila Odinga's support for William Ruto will secure William Ruto's victory? I'm asking that question because we all know that William Ruto rose to power based on several factors. One of the factors was the tyranny of numbers. That is the Kikuyu nation coming with those high numbers. You add the Kalenjin nation, they were done. As we speak, the Kikuyu nation has dumped William Ruto and they are gone. As we speak, you can't be sure that Raila Odinga's strongholds are still intact the way they were in the last election. And that's why in this particular video, I want to ask you guys, because I want to take some opinion polling here. Which way will you vote? Will you vote one term or will you vote two term? Let me read in the comment section. But the truth is, Raila Odinga simply confirmed that he will be supporting William Ruto's re-election in 2027. That's number one.
The Kenyans who will decide the term, and we will see where we want to go. I am confident when that time comes, we will face Kenyans squarely and tell Kenyans, this is why we did ABCD, this is where we want to go. Utasema yako, tutasema yetu. Tuone Wakenya watamini nani. We will be able to move beyond 2027. I'm confident we will move beyond 2027.
Number two, and based on the tone of Raila Odinga's speech, I think Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki is in a very big problem. ODM party is likely to place some demands to William Ruto. And based on the way Raila Odinga is talking, they are taking the issue of ODM and UDA collaboration seriously. They are likely to demand the position of the running mate. Can Raila Odinga be William Ruto's running mate in 2027? That is the question. And I'm also starting to believe that Edwin Sifuna is a man on a mission and is doing the bidding for none other than Raila Odinga. And that there's a high chance that ODM party will work with William Ruto and Edwin Sifuna is likely to be the running mate. Because what William Ruto needs is the loyal nation. He also needs the Gen Zs. Edwin Sifuna, as we speak, is speaking from the other side. Perceptionally, you can assume that Edwin Sifuna is opposing Raila Odinga and that Edwin Sifuna is opposing William Ruto. But my own thinking is that Edwin Sifuna currently is being exposed nationally. He's being provided a platform in areas where Raila Odinga and William Ruto are not acceptable. He's going to be a darling in those regions. He's going to play a key role in those other coalitions. At the right time, ODM will sit down and Edwin Sifuna will read the resolution. And the resolution will read that ODM party will be demanding the position of the running mate. And because William Ruto impeached Rigathi Gachagua and Rigathi Gachagua went with the mountain, he's likely to give in. Because so far, I doubt if Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki will deliver Mount Kenya, especially the Mount Kenya East. And when ODM will be reading that statement, Sifuna will be reading it. But the person they will nominate as a running mate would be Edwin Sifuna. At the moment Edwin Sifuna will be nominated as the running mate, that would mark the end of George Natembeya. That would mark the end of opposition, because Sifuna shall have been the face now. I'm looking at that angle of politics. I don't know what to think, but maybe you could have a different idea. But I think ODM party is likely to demand the position of the running mate. And the person they are preparing for that position is none other than Edwin Sifuna. And that's why one of the people Raila Odinga trusts so much is Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o. Do you remember these words of Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o sometimes back?
I think none of you knows matters arising from what has been spoken here. Are we together? First, the issue of Sifuna, Edward Sifuna. I think none of you knows how Edwin Sifuna came into ODM. Secondly, I think you read the interview that Sifuna had Kenya Times recently, where he made it very, very clear. Being the Secretary General the spokesperson of the party, he clarified every issue. And since then, we have not seen any writing about Sifuna in the newspapers at all. Sasa wewe ni nani? Sasa wewe unaanza leo kupinga Sifuna. Wewe ni nani? We in the party sourced Sifuna from his professional work to bring him to the party. And he has been doing an excellent job since then. Ama sivyo? So let us support him. We in the party support him. Let the people support him. The guy is built for the future. Ama sivyo? The guy is built for the future. You know what I mean? Ukiangalia huko mbele, utaona Sifuna. Utaona nani? Sifuna. If you don't know what I'm saying, go home, fikiria.
I'm just analyzing this. Number 3, based on what Raila Odinga said, it is clear that William Ruto and Raila Odinga's alliance is actually fueled by the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. Let us agree that if William Ruto had not engineered the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, today Raila Odinga would not be in government. Majority of those singing one term right now, even on this platform, would not be singing one term. And because that rebellion is being fueled by Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment and rebellion, I think Raila Odinga and William Ruto are now out to prove a point. That's why in the next few weeks, a lot of political activities will start happening in the Republic of Kenya. Number 4, and this is something which I think everybody agrees to, that the biggest threat William Ruto is facing today in the Republic of Kenya is the one-term movement. That's why even today, William Ruto concentrated on one term. Something is wrong somewhere. That's why Raila Odinga also spoke about one term. So what? I think Raila Odinga and William Ruto have now reached the next phase of this alliance. It is at a point where it can break or it can stick together. It has reached a point where Raila Odinga will be placing demands to Ruto. Ruto will either accept or refuse. And Raila will have to make the decision either to bolt out or not to bolt out. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think. But for me, that's my take on Raila Odinga's speech during the burial of Phoebe Asio. Until next time, this is Lee Makwe. Bye-bye.